you also know about the memory. So first advantage you're going to get is efficient code memory and data memory usage. So because memory is very important role it plays in the embedded system, because in embedded system you will be having a very small chip for the memory. You will be as it is, the system itself is very small. In that you should use memory in an efficient way. So how this efficient code memory and data memory usage will happen means, so you will be well versed with the target processor architecture. That means you would have studied the architecture of the processor, which where you are developing your embedded system, and you should also know the memory organization, all these things. So using this you can generate the optimized code. So what do you mean by this optimized code means? You should know, whenever you learn about the memory organization, you will be having main memory and you will be having cache, all those things. So accessing your main memory takes more time rather than the cache. So you already know the data if it is available in the cache. So directly you can access the data from the cache instead of going to the memory. So your instructions when you write in assembly language, so you can alter your instructions in such a way that you will not go to the memory to fetch the data. Instead you go to the cache and fetch the memory. So that is what called as code optimization. So memory will be in an organized way. So to save that memory you will be using all these concepts. So since your small device is going to occupy a memory chip, if it is too big, that is not going to give a very good effect. So you should use a memory so efficiently that it all these components should fit in that. So that is the reason the assembly language advantages is efficient code memory and data memory usage. So the this leads to less utilization of the code memory. This is the biggest advantage, as the primary concern of embedded application is memory. So same way when it comes to the high performance, so whenever you write the optimized code, so that increases the speed of an embedded system. Because when you write a very optimized code, see, a program when you write, it can take 10 lines. The same 10 lines, when you use the optimized code, it may reduce in 5 lines. So each instruction is going to take some machine cycles to execute. So in that situation, if you have a less number of instructions in your program, it leads to high performance. So optimized code always it increases the speed of an embedded system. So that's providing high performance. So through effective assembly coding, optimum performance can be achieved. Third advantage is low level hardware access. So most of the code for low level programming, like accessing external device specific registers from the operating system, like kernel, device drivers, and low level interrupt routines, etc., are making use of assembly coding. So with respect to the assembly coding, you will be able to have the hardware access easily, interfacing all those things. Then the fourth advantage is code reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is nothing but is the process of so is there any problem? Are you able to hear me audible? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So reverse engineering is the process of understanding the technology behind a product by extracting the information from a finished product. So in a reverse process, already finished product is available. So from the finished product, you are going to backtrack. So you're going to extract the information from the finished product, and you will be able to understand what technology they have used in that particular product. So using that concept, you're going to write the code for that particular embedded system. So this is possible to convert into assembly code by using a disassembler program. That means, so when you assemble your program, you will get the machine code. So when you disassemble, that means from the machine code to the assembly language, reverse processing, you're going to have for the target machine. So these are the major advantages of using your assembly language code. So when it comes, when you have the advantages, there will be also drawbacks of assembly language based development. So what are the drawbacks you can find in the assembly language usage means high development time. So high development time means assembly language is much harder than high level language. So because you are well versed with high level language, so you will be little hesitate to use the assembly language because of this. It's instruction set, all those things you have to learn. So you have to be aware of the architecture, you have to be aware of the pin pins available in the chip, all those things. So for that reason, it becomes harder than the high level language. So a developer is going to take more time in developing that particular product using assembly language. So because of the knowledge of the architecture, memory organization, register details, everything he has to learn. So learning inner details is time consuming. It takes more time to learn all these things. Once he learns all these things only, then he will be able to write the code in the assembly language. So effectively, so all these things will get affected in delaying the product development. So you need to release your product within time. So if you release after the time, it will be of no use. So it delays the product development and release process. So more lines of the assembly code are required for performing an action which can be done with single instructions. So the first drawback is high development time. It takes more time to develop the product because of understanding the architecture, memory organization, register details, all those things. So for example, second thing is developer dependency. So second drawback of the assembly language is developer dependency. That means there is no common written rule for developing assembly language based application. So whereas all high level language instruction instructs the certain set of rules for application development. So programming approach varies from developer to developer. So each developer will be having a different logic to write the program. It varies from one developer to the other developer. Like for example, moving data from memory location to register may be done in different approach. If it is not documented properly, so when you are writing a assembly language code or a program, if it is not documented properly, that means which register is used for what purpose. So suppose when you write the bubble sort program itself in the high level language, it becomes very easy to understand. So you will be able to identify what is the counter, which loop is used for what purpose, where the exchange process is happening, everything. When you write the program in high level language, it becomes easy for anyone. Just by seeing the program, he can understand. But if the same program is written in assembly language, you will not be able to identify where the loop begins, where is the inner loop, where is the outer loop, where the exchange is going to happen. So all these things, at a first look, you will not be able to understand that particular program easily. So if comments are given and explanations are given and they have told